This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Well, we're going to head straight over to Melbourne to kick off this Melbourne Cup day because the big Pav's over there and everybody's just wondering what would he be strutting out
No,
in
Shaun,
today?
everyone's wondering what designer makes pants to accommodate those thighs.
That's another great question, Nath. Good morning, Pav.
Hey guys, how you going? I'm sure that's exactly what you're asking me at this point in time. I've just think I think it's just an MJ-based suit. I don't think it's anything too flash.
Yeah.
Nathan, but yeah,
Yeah. I hear that cutouts are all the rage this year. Are you going for some cutouts on the thigh area?
I was thinking maybe a little higher up and more out the back.
Oh, the peekaboo ass. I hear that's big.
Nice.
Pav, are you just there for the Melbourne Cup or a couple of days of racing?
No, so just here for the Melbourne Cup. So my mum and dad, it's their 50th wedding anniversary this year. And
Awesome.
As a part of their gift, my sister and I, they've got a few bucket list items they want. Like most retirees, they're sort of like, I want to go travelling. And one of those things is getting to the Rockies in Canada. And so that's on their agenda. And they've been able to do a bit of stuff across in Europe, but one of their things has always been, we want to go to a Melbourne Cup, and so my sister and I have arranged to take them today. So it's going to be a pretty wholesome, quiet day as compared to perhaps a lot of other people heading out there to Flemington, but a great tribute to 50 years together as a married couple.
That's
That's
beautiful.
that
so
is
great.
fantastic.
You're a good son, Pav.
And you're such
absolutely.
a classy family.
Yes.
My dad's dream is to go over to America and visit the real-life shop from Porn Stars.
Oh, okay.
A hot
Well, it's
shop.
good to have a dream.
That's not too bad, though. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but
It's not right.
bizarrely, that's actually number 5 on the
Just working your way down.
Number 4 is meeting the cast of Storage Wars.
Now, Pav, we'll get...
So we should book the same travel agent and do that
Yes.
together.
Oh, I think we
Get 2
should.
for 1.
Yeah,
Sounds
that'd be
amazing.
good. And we might as well travel together in a Winnebago.
Now, Pav, you got a bit of experience with racing. Of course, you had the great Kefaloo, which I used to ring you up and call it syphilis when it used to race and did quite well all the time. What are you feeling like for today's race itself?
Oh, look, I think everyone's talking about the favourite, Shawnee, and how that is the one to beat by a long way. I think there's the lightweight, more felons, is it? Or most felons, I think.
More felons, yeah.
Yeah, more felons, I think, probably get a chance. But I think, look, it's one of those days where everyone tries to tip a winner and everyone tries to maybe get a trifecta or first ball, but it is literally the hardest race, along with Derby Day that went on Saturday. It's so hard to pick a winner in some of those bigger races because there's so much money involved. Everyone's primed and working up to this race and this carnival. So the favourite for me is probably the one to beat, but maybe a little bit on more felons to run well also.
Pav, where are you on the punting scale? Because Shaun's up the top and the
Yes.
bell's ringing. Where are you? Like, do you?
As like to have a punt.
Yeah, to have a punt. Like,
I'm in. I've sort of always been. I use it as a social way to get together with people. So a couple of my really good mates from school that I still catch up with, we've got a little punting club where you chuck in $20 a week and you sort of build something and you hopefully go away at the end of the year. And the same with a couple of my mates in Perth. So that's the way that I use it. So probably every 4 or 5 weeks you have a bit of a punt.
Shaun,
But,
imagine.
So what
No, I can't.
What's the biggest amount of money that your punting club has raised for your end of the year trip?
Well, one year we did pretty well one year and we're able to get across to Hong Kong. So there was
All paid
there was
for by
5
the
of us.
punting club?
All paid for, yeah.
Did you?
So
Was that
a good
because
year.
of you? Did you do a quartet or a quaddie? I'm trying to think. Duzza was
There was
telling me.
there was a big quaddie that was
That's
collected
what it was.
one year. But yeah, there's one guy that's pretty consistent with his punting. There's one guy that goes for the all in, probably like every other sort of group. But I know, like, just speaking to a few people here in Melbourne, that a few people are saying, it's going to be huge. We're out of COVID, it's going to be a big crowd. And there's a few other people saying, there are people that don't like going to the races anymore because of the cost, because of the punting aspect, and because of the animal aspect and behaviour. So it's one of those ones, I reckon, that really starts to pull on your heartstrings. It could be something that you've always been involved in. You like going to the races, and it's a great social outing, which is me. I'm in that camp, absolutely. but for others, it's a bit of it's a challenging day. So it looks like a cracking day for temperature and weather. Although
Did it rain?
There could be
Did it
some
rain over
rain,
last?
yeah?
Typical Melbourne
Melbourne.
style, at the moment it's about 28 degrees outside, not a cloud in the sky, but there are thunderstorms predicted in the afternoon.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
the
it
best. That's the best, and I hope it hits when they're just everyone's at their drunkest.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
Nathan
when
last
the
year.
them all look-
fascinators really
Yeah.
fail in
Yeah,
heavy
but you know
rain.
what? I feel like Melbourne does that sometimes on Melbourne Cup Day just to wash the mess away.
I think it's easier. Absolutely. It's like the end of a party when they bring out the hose.
Yeah, that's just hosing everyone down.
Essentially a karcher.
Hey, well, Pav, we hope you
wow.
have a fantastic day. By the way, if you got any other tips, you would have done some homework for the people out there for any races.
Vinny, for the 1980s Carlton supporters, there's a horse in race one called Cotoggio. Vinny Cotoggio.
Cotoggio.
Might just have $5 each way of that, Shawnee.
Righto, Vinny
For
Cotoggio.
old
Had a
time's
great
sake.
spiral perm, I reckon.
That's right, Sean. Let's get you over to Hong Kong.
Yes. Come on, Nate.
Sorry,
No.
Sean. Let's get you to Bunbury.
Pav's not going to have Shaun in his punting club. I'll give you the tip. Pav, thank you so much for talking to us, bud.
Good on you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Well, this time of year, we go straight to the top when we're looking for a Melbourne Cup winner. We talk all things horse racing with Jason Richardson from racing.com. You'll see him on Channel 7. He covers the Olympics, Winter Olympics.
He's everywhere.
I know.
Cricket, the whole lot.
Today I hear he's wearing a saddle.
Richo, come in.
But I'm always exclusive to you two imbeciles and the beautiful Nat. Well, hey, Melbourne Cup Day.
Oh,
Now, buddy,
no.
breathe in. Ooh, 30 degrees in Melbourne for Melbourne Cup Day. So, Nat, what you need to do is to tell all the ladies out there how they stay classy when they're consuming a lot of champagne in hot weather.
That's the
I'm
wrong
the
person.
wrong person
Just the
to
wrong
ask,
person,
Richo.
Richo.
Oh, wrong person?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably
There will
best
be people doing the walk of shame with the shoes in their hair.
Well, those shoes
yeah.
are very uncomfortable.
Yeah, if you're wanting that experience, it's probably best just not to go.
I mean, it's a bit of talk. I'd be concerned about frizzy hair today because a bit of talk about, whilst it is 30 degrees, thunderstormy kind of weather as
Oh,
well,
you're right,
Richo.
Oh, well, hair's my area of expertise.
True.
You're dealing right in my number one area. I'll be trying to find you a winner. And let's keep in mind, for those who are just tuning in for the first time, hey, where have you been? And secondly, for the last decade, we've had this conversation.
Yep.
And let's be honest,
Yep.
7 out of 10, I've been absolutely outstanding.
You've just
But you
been
keep
amazing.
dwelling on the 2 that I missed, which is disappointing.
Does he stretches it a little bit, doesn't he?
little bit.
Well, those two that you missed, though, I mean, like, I do remember you telling our listeners to bet their houses on them,
Yeah.
and they did, and there was a lot of people put out. So,
Yeah.
Now there's
But
a
I
housing
said-
crisis. Well
yes,
done.
in a housing crisis.
I said bet responsibly, though.
Oh,
I
okay.
assumed they had 3 houses.
Responsibly put the house on.
1-800-858-858.
Richo, the one thing that we do like finding out about, and that is the horse to put the that's going to win you the most amount of money, the freaky bet.
The long shot.
Yeah, so you want to put the least amount on, Nathan, come
get the
away
most-
with a
return.
wheelbarrow full.
And then I want them to write an article about me nationally.
What we
Go.
call here the Sue McManus special
Yeah.
after she cleaned up with half a mil a few years ago.
No one will ever be able to defeat what Sue did. But remember, you know the theme of the Sue McManus special? And Shawnee Mack will go, yeah, it was Irish.
Yes.
Remember, it
Yes.
was Irish
100%.
bred horses. Well, Sue McManus is in for a big day today because I think the Irish horses can come first and second. Trained by Willie Mullins, to be sure, with Vauban, the favourite, defeating his stablemate, Absurd. So Ryan Moore, an Englishman, riding the Irish horse on Vauban, and Zach Purton, a Queenslander who lives in Hong Kong, riding an Irish horse, also for Willie Mullins. So I think they can fight it out. Numbers 5 and 7, and right there with them
Yes.
will be the Japanese horse called Breakup.
Oh, I like its run.
Wow.
Yes, I
Sneaky.
think. You know what? I saw it in the mounting yard at Caulfield, and let's just say, I mean, I don't want to fat shame him, but I think it's fair to say that the run did him the world of good.
Is
Been
this
in a good paddock,
Is this
literally.
the Japanese horse, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe he's a sumo. It's the national sport.
It might have been a sumo, and I'm hoping now he leans down to a Japanese fighting machine. So
Yeah. You know when you go
he's
from,
around 20 to 1.
yeah, sometimes in winter you're a size 36 and you
Yeah.
can bring it down to a 32 just in time for the right moment in summer. I
Shredding
think that's
for
where you're
summer.
at. You'd be a
when's the last time
32.
you were a 32, fancy pants?
When I stuck my guts in, mate. Actually, my Speedos are around that
Yeah, I
size.
saw him on what is it, Kim Kardashian's Skims website the other day. I think Sean's let go of a secret.
That's a corset.
But what's that horse that like has got this such long odds that we're gonna like?
Yeah, where's our
make-
outside our roughie for Nath
the big
today?
one?
Okay, well, there's one. You can actually back horses that can run top 10.
Oh, okay.
This horse will do that, but he may be able to fluke into a top 3 or a third spot, and he's awfully hard to pronounce. He's ridden by a Kiwi called Daniel Stackhouse, and let's hope he doesn't stack the bloody house.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's trained by Philip Stokes, a very quietly spoken man over from South Australia, and he won the Adelaide Cup. It's number 12, Dyson Sweet Jr.
Is that how you say it? Yep.
Correct. Dyson Sweet Jr., and he will be about 150 to 1, and he will run a nice race. He is going really well. He's a good, solid stayer. He's one of the last guys you'd kick out at a nightclub. That's how long he's
Yeah. Okay, the lights come on.
Sure.
He's
So do you put a
When
couple
the
of bucks on
lights come
something
on,
crazy
there's
like that?
Dyson Sweet Jr. in the corner still doing his best.
We've all been there. That's when you need a good friend, isn't it? You need a good friend say, hey, come on. You're out of here.
Hey,
or you're no chance.
Sean
here.
McManus,
Yes,
what is
friend.
the budget today in the betting account?
Nah, I just threw a couple of $100 into the first 4. That's what I'll do.
Yep.
I'll follow
Yeah,
some
what are
of
your numbers?
Oh, I'm going with you, Richo. I'm pretty keen on Absurd. And, of
Yep.
course, the favourite, Vauban. I've
Yep.
liked that breakup, so that's definitely going in. And then I'm looking for another outsider, Nath. I'm kind of thinking maybe a horse called Serpentine could possibly run.
Yes. Won an
And-
Epsom Derby, trained by Gay Waterhouse and, owned by some, guys that desperately need it in Lloyd Williams and his team.
Oh, well, anything we
They've
can do
only
to
won it
help.
8 times.
Sue McManus always likes the Gay Waterhouse trained
Mum
horses.
will
doesn't she?
chuck- she loves the gay, the Irish gay.
She loves a gay horse, your mum.
She loves an Irish gay.
Well, they help her with the dress, you know?
But she only likes bisexual donkeys. It's weird.
I tell you, when I've done the form, I haven't actually asked the horses their sexuality, so that's going to be a tough one.
And their pronouns. Come on,
What
mate.
about? What about? Are we Richmond Footy Club fans, or are we anti the Tigers? Because we've got 5 owners of Richmond footballers in the horse Solcombe, horse number 6.
It's
And
got to
led by
be a
Tommy
show.
Lynch, who's an outstanding bloke, and Jack Reeve. I mean, there's some good men involved. Do we barrack or do we pull its tail?
I don't mind if they win. I mean, I don't mind if anyone wins. It's kind of like if you'd been in that situation, you'd be going absolutely
Oh,
spare.
because Sean, you've just got a dream that you'll be in the
Mate,
winner's circle.
I just couldn't
That's
even
why.
imagine.
And you don't want anyone to begrudge you when you win.
Yeah, 100% no.
Yeah.
You read me too easily.
But you know what, Sean? You're not going to have to worry about that decision.
And what about this confused horse? You'll like this. So horse number 13 is an Irish-bred horse and trained in Ireland by the magnificent Joseph O'Brien. It's ridden by an Overcastrian in Dylan Givens, comes down from Sydney.
Yes.
Its mum won a Group 1 in Australia called Amicus, yet it's named, even though it's an Irish horse, as a
Yes.
Japanese horse called Akita Sushi. I'm bloody confused. I
Yes.
can imagine he would
That
be
is
too.
That makes
And
no
you know,
sense.
it actually speaks
Confusing.
Spanish, which is another string to the bow there. It's very full on.
What about, more felons used to be called something different. So it was called Scriptwriter when it raced in
It
Europe.
was
What's
called
going on there?
Scriptwriter.
Is it like a
And so
boat? It's bad luck to change your horse's name?
Well, Scriptwriter arrives in with really good form in and around Vauban and Absurd. But then they buy the horse Richard Peagam and his team of owners. They arrive here and go, here's Scriptwriter. And there's some knackerbag scriptwriter who's running out the back block
Knackerbag.
Yeah,
of
right.
Queensland saying, hey, I'm scriptwriter. So they go, well, we better change it. They must have gone, we'll go for 150 names, and 151 was more fellas.
Well, you know what? I think they should stop at 152 and call it Knackerbag.
But that one's got Jamie Carr on board. I'm very happy. Be very happy for another one of the girls to win.
Well,
Well,
Knackerbag's been ridden by Daniel Ricciardo. So.
Well, Richo, Jamie Carr was great on the weekend, but there's another international female jockey riding in the Cup.
The beautiful Holly Doyle, who arrives out in town. So she's married to Tom Marquand, who is another English jockey who's been riding a lot in Australia. So we call him Aussie Tom. And he's a beauty. And Holly, his wife, is one of the leading riders in England. She comes out. They're on on the way out to ride for a couple of months together in Japan. But on the way through, she got a ride in the Melbourne Cup with a horse who will run really well because he's a lightweight and he's in good form. His name is Future History. Kieran Maher and Dave Eustace are the trainers, and they've got 5 runners in the race. It's unbelievable. They've got 5, and Chris Waller's got 4. Gay Waterhouse has got 2. So it's a bit of the have versus the have-not.
Most definitely.
How's this? So there's a downloadable, printable, poster of all the horses.
Yep.
Up on Perth now, and I was trying to look for Holly just then, and I was looking for a little drawing of a female representative of a jockey, and there's only a guy. They could have put a girl in there.
So it's got a
drawings of
Cartec
jockeys.
cartoon illustration,
And they're all men, and then it goes under Holly, and it's a man.
and Jamie Carr
So
the
what do they
same.
do? What do they do with Jamie Carr and Rachel King?
Same. Men.
Oh, that's a setback.
Yeah, that is a setback.
Doesn't take a while to draw a lady, doesn't it, Shaun?
No,
You can
it's
draw
not that hard.
a lady really quickly for me.
You know where I'm going to start.
Draw me a lady, Shaun. Just send it to them.
Well, happy punting, Richo.
It's going to be a big day, Richo. We've got those numbers written down. And just for all the West Australians, just a quick note, you're coming to town when?
I'm very much looking forward to it. In a couple of weeks' time, the Australian Racing Hall of Fame is in Perth. So that's going to be Thursday, the 22nd of November. And I said to them, listen, if I'm going to come, I need to come Wednesday night because I need to get up nice and early and come and join you absolute reprobates. So I want to see up close and personal all the nonsense you get up to because surely you don't get paid for this crap.
Not really.
No, sure.
It's a community service.
Yeah.
Richo.
Oh, perfect. I need to join in.
Love your work, Richo.
Can't
Love
wait to
catch
see
up.
you. Good on you, Richo.
Hey, good luck on the Cup. Gamble responsibly, everyone.
Oh,
Tune in. It's
yes.
going to be fun.
Be like Sue McManus.
Yeah.
Thanks, Richo.
Go.
This time of year, we love to catch up with our good friend David Short from Tab Touch.
yes.
Shorty's always great value. Good morning, Shorty.
Good morning, Shawnee, Matt. Good morning, Nathan and Nat. How are you guys?
Good,
Shorty.
Make us millionaires. Go.
Good. Gee, have you got any good investment strategies? Have you heard of the punting that's been around?
No, I want to put in $10 on one horse and I want to win $1 million. Give it to me.
Well, you're probably going to need to do more than find just a cup winner today. The extreme outsider for today, Nate, we've got True Marble and Shiraz. Could be an omen tip. There'll probably be a few of those getting necked down at different luncheons around town today. It's a $91 chance. So that would turn your 10 into 910, but we've still got a little way to get to the million.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. That would be a really good start, I would have thought.
What's the biggest bet you've put on Shaun, like money-wise?
Oh, a couple $100.
At one go, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Shorty,
it's more
is
about
that
the return, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
if you pick the right things, like, because what was Sue's input? $12.
$12.
Yeah, for $500,000. That's what you want.
Shorty, what's the biggest amount of money you've put on one bet?
I won't say the biggest I've had on one bet, but I can tell you the biggest I've got back for a little amount, Nathan.
Yeah.
This is the sort of stuff you're looking for.
Yeah, it
Cox
is.
Plate Day 11 years ago.
Yep.
We weren't going all that well at a table there at a function. One of my mates said, have you got 5? And I thought, 500? I thought he must be in a hole. He said, no, just $5. We were with a guy called Greggy Hooper, who's pretty clever. We took the quaddie at Ascot on the day. For 25 units, you need to pick 4 winners in a row. We turned $5 into $37,000.
Shorty.
Yes.
That's what
So
we're talking about.
It went from a bad day to a pretty good one quite quickly. So we had to share that amongst the
Yes.
5 of us. But yeah, I think that $5 was worth a bit over $7,000.
Can I just say,
happy days.
I know that happened years ago, but congratulations.
And I know that you know exactly when it was. You're like 11 years ago, Cox Plate. Yeah,
And how many bourbon and cokes did he have that day? That is the question, Shorty.
The line was set at 19.5, and I think we covered it pretty comfortably, Shaun.
Okay, Shorty, lots happening with Tab Touch today. Obviously, if you have a bet, you can get money back up to, 4th position?
Correct, yeah, on the big race today, the Melbourne Cup, and just great racing all over the place. Main race itself, worth noting, guys, in the Cup.
Yep.
Many people have been saying for a long time, Cleveland can't win an NBA title without LeBron. Well, they can't win the Melbourne Cup today either because Cleveland is the scratching out of the Melbourne Cup.
Right.
Horse number 10 won't be going around today in the Cup. The other 23 runners are all there, though, at the moment.
Right, we need to take that out of the sweep, that's for sure.
Damien Oliver will be riding, yeah?
Yep.
Because there was a bit of doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, yeah, he will be going around and pretty special. Only a few weeks away, he will come back and finish his riding career here in Perth, which is really exciting. Get out to the races and farewell one of the all-time legends of WA sport.
How old's he now?
It's 50, I think. It's 50
Yeah,
or
he's over
something.
50.
What's an unusual age for a jockey to retire?
Well, it's interesting, and sure, you'll be able to jump in on this. You can go. Danny Miller he was well over 60, but Damien Oliver's still winning races. On Saturday, he won 2 out of the first 4 races, I think it was, Shorty. He's
51
that
he
good.
is.
But so when you get over around 60 though, like do they do what older people do in cars and put a box of tissues in the back?
And a straw hat.
Over to you, David. You can answer that question.
Blankets all over the motor vehicle. I would suggest there, Nathan, but it works beautifully.
It does.
And now, Shorty, a lot of people jump on the early markets and put on doubles, so the Cox Plate winner into the Melbourne Cup winner, and there's sometimes there's some big dough getting around.
What do you mean? So you link them together?
Yeah. So have you got any of those running for today's big race?
None that spring to mind, but you're right. We do generally have Caulfield Cup, Cox Plate and Melbourne Cup. A lot of punters like to use those big 3 races in and out of each other. And often if there's been sort of a pretty popular result in one of the first 2 races, the favourite can find itself running for some pretty big numbers in this final leg. Vauban's a very popular favourite. It has been a little easy since markets came out over the last few days, but the pre-post money for this horse has been really, really strong. So it's a horse that's taking a bit of money out. And incredibly, the stablemate, it was $26 a couple of days ago. And a lot of people, so for Nathan and Nat and people that don't necessarily sort of get right into racing, often when horses come from a long way away, they bring like a travel partner. It's a bit like grabbing a mum and your bro saying, we're going on a team trip. That's what they've done with Absurd. So Vauban was supposed to be like the big headline act, but Absurd's coming across to basically keep its company and hold its hand and stuff. Anyway, it's been the horse that the punters have latched onto. It was $26 a couple of days ago. It's now into $11 and third or fourth pick in betting. So it could be that the travel partner goes on to be the star of the show.
Let's just hear the plus one.
The plus one. Sometimes the plus one steals the show, though. You know that.
Is the travel partner always a horse, or can it be like a...
Could be a pony,
Somebody
Nate.
had
Like
a pony. Yeah, somebody had their little pony friend, didn't they?
Has it ever been like a goat or something, like interspecies
I think they
support?
I think they try to do that kind of stuff to keep them happy,
That's
whatever it may
nice.
be.
Yeah, whatever they need.
No rules there. And finally, Shorty, I just wanted to ask your tips before we let you go.
I'm going with Vauban, who's hard to beat. There's one horse I do want to mention that can run well. Always the Japanese horses, when they come across to Australia, tend to perform incredibly well. We saw one of them take out the Golden Eagle on Saturday. Breakup, not always pretty to deal with, but it's around an $18 chance today. I thought it was maybe worth a little each way bet at a pretty decent price if the punters are looking for something a bit different. And later on today, guys, a lot of excitement in the short household, because I've got a share in a horse going around in the main race today at Ascot later on today.
The Belgravia?
Burgess Queen. The Burgess Queen, called Keshi Boom. She's had 2 starts. She's won both of them. Willie Pike takes the ride this afternoon. And I've had a little bet on her each way today, and I think the punters can as well. She should run really well. Race 8, number 10, Kishi Boom, out there at Ascot today.
Shorty, good luck to you, my good friend.
In the game.
God.
Yeah, very exciting stuff. I think she'll go pretty well too today.
Did she miss a run, though? Good. Shorty, I think she missed a run.
She did. Yeah, it was only a small setback, and Grant and Alana are really happy with her. Willie's really happy, drawn well in barrier 3. And let's hope she can make it 3 for 3 later on today out there at Ascot.
It's amazing, Shorty. We're all going to back your horse, and also there's a bit of a guarantee. You said money back if our listeners follow it and it doesn't come through. Is that right?
Could be a pretty long day for Mr. Short if that does.
I'm not sure if Mr. Short would be very happy with that either.
Mr. Short,
disclaimer, just a small disclaimer on the bottom of the page.
Yeah, there's an asterisk. Don't worry about that.
David Shaw from Tab Touch, everyone. Thanks, Shorty. Love you, Shorty, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Bye, buddy.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to